Nigel, Preston on Wednesday evening, how important is it to get something out of this match?
Well, after that performance at the weekend, very much so. I think more than anything, we've got to prove to ourselves and our fans that there is a bit more fight in there than we showed at the weekend. Because that was a performance which was, and I'm not talking about all the players now, but it wasn't what we've been about. Yeah, we're missing players, but every team has to miss players, and missing players means that other people get opportunities and they've got to take it. But yeah, it's frustrating because we've had a good run and it's been followed up by a run which is really proving a bit difficult to break out of at the moment. But that's the challenge for the game against Preston. When we were due to play Preston, I think we were in a really good run of form. I'm sure they'll be looking forward to the game, thinking, yeah, we're not playing them at a bad time now.
Preston, they've conceded, I think, 6 goals and scored 7 goals.
Yeah.
What kind of challenge will they face? Are they a different challenge than perhaps we should have faced, or they obviously got the win at Norwich, didn't they?
Yeah, and a really good result. Having said that, Norwich had plenty of opportunities too. So, look, it's more about us on the day. We've got to find a performance which is more in keeping with what we've been about in the early part of the season. And so that's the challenge for all of us, the players in particular.
The fact that perhaps Saturday was, for want of a better word, out of character to how we have been able to perform early in the season, that's a good foundation and a good base.
It is, but we're still conceding far too many soft goals, and that's the problem. So, yeah, I'm afraid it's something that we have to continue to work at, and you know, if players get an opportunity that they've not had before, then again, it's about them doing what they can to take that opportunity.
You made 5 changes on Saturday, 3 at half time. How much is selection up for debate? How much can players put their...
It's been a big conversation.
Yes, I'm
over
sure.
the last couple of days, absolutely. But of course, it's not just about, you know, we can't make wholesale changes. We're not in a position to do that. And I also think that we have players who are very reliable too. I mean, when you consider I think our most reliable unit at the moment would be our forwards. And I think any of them that play, we know what we're going to get from those players. So that's a bit unusual, I think, really. But look, we have good players. We have good personalities in the place. It's not about being overly critical. What we have to do as a group of staff is to try to give the players both the opportunity, but give them also confidence to go out there and perform. That's certainly my job. And I'm very hopeful that we can turn it around on Wednesday against Preston, because, you know, ultimately we have a decent group of people here and talent within the squad too. So you always find out a lot more about players during difficult times than you do when things are going very swimmingly well.
You've talked about missing a few influential players.
Yeah.
Cal Naismith, Matty James in particular. How are they? Are they close? Could they feature this week against Preston or even Millwall?
They won't be available midweek, absolutely, and it's still very debatable whether they'll be close at the weekend too, because you've got to remember, when players have been out for any length of time, they've got to get a base of pitch time to on the training field. So we'll see. But whatever teams pick for any game, what we have to have is that collective, both spirit and application, to go out and do the job. And so we've had that mostly this year. I know we're in a difficult run, but we still have enough to get out of that.